Hey everyone, welcome back to another morning market open live stream. So obviously everyone's tentative and going to be tentative the next really 48, 52-ish hours here as we wait for Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve to conclude their FOMC meeting and tell us what are they going to do. Obviously, expectations for inflation were somewhat met last week and slightly exceeded. The market was expecting about 6.7%. We got 6.8% for year-over-year inflation. A lot of those categories, if you actually pull open a spreadsheet and list them, a lot of them things that don't really affect us on a daily basis, like used cars, new cars. I should pull up the spreadsheet and just go through it with y'all, but maybe we'll do that later. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. We expect this week the Federal Reserve will accelerate the pace of their taper, so they stop printing as much money. We think that pace will go from $15 billion reduction to $30 billion, so double pace. As long as that goes along expectations, I don't expect to see a dramatic move in stocks really in either direction, since we'll kind of be meeting expectations. However, I think there could be a lot of uncertainty over the next 48 hours as we go into this meeting. The meeting starts on the 14th. It ends on the that's tomorrow, and then ends on the 15th at about 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that means at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we'll be streaming, and we'll see exactly what the press release is. And then about 30 minutes later, Jerome Powell will come out and chat. So until then, I wouldn't be surprised if we have some nervousness in the markets that could start today. What we saw with CPI, though, was we didn't really have the nervousness hit until literally the day before. So we had more nervousness on Thursday, and then of course some more shell shockness after the actual release on Friday. So we'll see how things evolve. Anyway, with that said, let's hop on over to some of the stickers. We've got Blue Apron almost back up to $10 here. Lucid moving about 5.5%. Let's see here. Peloton coming back about 1.8. Not a lot super green here. We quickly went to about 1% here. Some things minor green here. Let's look at the red side. And 23andMe down about 5.6%. Nano Dimension, and you get right back down to about 1.8%. 1.8 here on Nano Dimension. So really a lot of waiting is what it feels like we're going to see. I mean, Cloudflare down about 1% here. Robinhood, look at that 1992. We did see that on Friday. Should see pain start subsiding this week for Robinhood if it's true that the lockups were indeed causing that pain. Those lockups should be over within the next couple days. Or the selling from those lockups, that is. Tesla down about 1/3%. It's kind of been flip-flopping here in the pre-market, and this is kind of what we're expecting, is a lot of flip-flopping happening between now and Wednesday. Let's see Bitcoin. Let's see here. All right, so Bitcoin's had an interesting ride. We crossed 50,000 not too long ago here. See, look at this. This was yesterday. Yesterday we hit 50,700, but we have this really weird tendency where Bitcoin lately has been stuck, rubber banding back to 47,200. It consistently rubber bands back to this line, to where even when we go up, it just seems to pull right back down to the support line. We get similar action at Ethereum right around 4K, where it's kind of been rubber banding around this line here. It runs and it comes back, and it's been pretty stuck in the last couple of days here at about 4K. Although there have been times, look at that, brief moments where it's extended past. Usually it doesn't extend more than $50 past. Affirm down 0.4. Etsy's basically flat. SoFi sitting at about 1490. Looks like with our order book here. DocuSign. Sorry, that's not DocuSign. I thought I saw DocuSign here, but I actually see Dogecoin. Dogecoin at 16.25. Solana, look at this, 163. This one had been sitting at 186, 180 to 186 for a while. Really adjusted down here quite a bit. And Lemonade sitting there on that 40 mark. Hood now down about 1%, sitting at 1982. Seems to be where it's trading right now. So, okay, let's see here. Let's go look at bonds. And what's really incredible, something to note, is there are a lot of folks who are looking at the strength of the dollar and suggesting that, hey, everyone's so darn worried about inflation. But if you look at the strength of the dollar is actually doing really well. And so is the bond market. Bond market in terms of suggesting that inflation's not actually going to last this long. The thesis is that finally December might have ended up being the inflection point that, or will prove to be the inflection point, that December might end up being the highest recording, and that after December we might end up seeing a nice rotation to the downside. That is the hope. We got 10 years here at 1.456. Got which there are even expectations. I was reading about this weekend that the 10-year in theory could just fall right back to 1% or even less than 1%. And that because of lower inflation expectations over time, we could continue to see this 10-year yield fall. Of course, we're still expecting the 2-year to pop up a little bit in the short term, but expecting a lid on how much that's going to move. Let's get the 2-year here. Yeah, 0.66. So this one's obviously moved up quite a bit here since the expectation of a faster taper, but that's expected with the 2-year. So the dollar, though, super strong. And that has a lot of folks thinking, and another one I wanted to talk about, well, again, has a lot of folks thinking that inflation is going to start rotating to the downside. But another one that was really interesting was people are saying, hey, if the dollar, or rather, if inflation is going to stay high forever, or we're going to go into hyperinflation, why is it that when folks talk about buying things like washing machines or cars or big things, whatever, they're like, you know what? Let's wait. let's wait potentially for lower prices, rather than suggesting, oh, well, let's buy now because prices are going to keep going up, right? If there was true fear that prices would continue to go up, up, and up, I think there would be a lot fewer people saying, well, let's wait until prices come back down. That's sort of more of an anecdotal way of looking at inflation, which is kind of interesting. So, all right, cool. What else do we have? Let's see. This is just comparisons of the US dollar to other currencies. See, this guy, Alarian, every time inflation comes in higher, this guy gets booked on all the shows because he's consistently the guy who's always shouting that the Fed's wrong and that inflation, that we're going to hyperinflation. And we'll see. A lot of folks agree with him, especially with what we've seen lately. But it'll be interesting. Wouldn't be surprised if in a year we're sitting at under 3% inflation. We'll see. We shall see. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's get back to the sticks here. All right, somebody donated $5 to ask me if I think a firm will rebound eventually, but I can't help you with your January 21st out of the money calls. I mean, call options are a risk, right? You can always end up rolling them, but yeah, that's it's definitely a risk you face in an environment with options. So I always try to limit options exposure to a very small percentage of my portfolio. There was a period of time I had as much as a quarter of my portfolio exposed to options. I don't like it. For me, if I can be under 2% options, I'm happy. That gives you enough of the speculation with lowered risk. But options are scary, just how quickly they can move. This is why I like being a seller of options, or prefer being a seller of options. Selling puts, selling calls. Worst case scenario, you sell some shares at a profit, or you take some shares at a discount. It's not so bad. How much do you think Lucid is diluted by the recent offering? Troubling finance. Well, wasn't it like a 1.2 billion bucks or whatever? But remember, they raised the cash too. So even though there's more share supply available, they raised the cash. So it's not that big of a deal. It's like, even though it's share dilution, it's not really like stake dilution. or ownership dilution. So yeah, the only reason markets react negatively is because it means there are going to be more shares of it trading at some point in the future. So markets try to discount that. Look at Cardano falling off a cliff here. I don't own any, but falling off a cliff, 127. It keeps dipping past any sign of love that we get here. And these are the Fibonacci's that we've actually got up here. Look at this. I mean, this Fibonacci was drawn a long time ago. And if you have no idea what a Fibonacci is, I got good news for you. The Xmas Christmas coupon code is up for the programs on building your wealth, link down below, which includes talking about TA like Fibonacci's. But anyway, when we drew this Fibonacci, we were really peeking out and trying to understand when might we rebound and to where. And you have to kind of ignore a couple lines here. So the Fibonacci right here, for example, is the middle line. But anyway, you'll see how beautifully this actually fell to the 61.8 Fibonacci, then the 50, sat at the 50 for quite a long period of time, touched the 38, tried going back to the 50, touched the 38 again, broke past the 38 to fall to the 23.6. And look at this. Now we're on the way to the 0 over here, which is kind of wild to think about it. Pretty wild to see it do a full retrace like this on the fib. Solana, not great here now that we've broken this. So we want to keep an eye on Solana as well. SHIB has also followed a relatively similar path with the Fibonacci. Hate to say it, but this is a very, very popular tool that a lot of traders will use when you get new highs on coins. And unfortunately, we also tend to respect the rotation back down on these. Kind of sucks, but oh well. The only coin I have right now, by the way, is Ethereum. I do trade my crypto a lot, which I send out the buy-sell notifications all the time on those. But yeah, look at this. We're going to be under 39 here in a moment on Ethereum. Oh, yeah, look at that. We are having a little bit of a sell-off at the moment. Yeah. Look at that. That's incredible. All right, let's see what else we got. Pretty Apple. Let's see here. Ooh, look at that. Apple 181. Very nice. Lucid 5.5. Yeah, Lucid getting included in the NASDAQ 100. It's good for Lucid. A little bit of excitement there for Lucid. That'll actually help it bounce off of the level where we're sitting right now. See, and I mentioned this before. I mentioned watch the 36.94 level, because right now we're going to be popping back up to about just under 40. But that gives you your first opportunity to buy Lucid, that 36.94 level, followed by that 30. 30 level is a good one. All right, what else do we have? Let's see. Let's go draw some more TA. You could draw some TA on Robinhood, and all you have to do is take a trend line and basically draw it from the top down to 0, and you're pretty much good. There you go. There you go. And if you're investing in it, you're basically on the ride. You know, your TA is doing well. Yep. Soon enough, it'll be a penny stock. All right, what else? Let's see. Norwegian Cruise Lines. Let's look at Carnival. Look at the Carnival in a little bit. Somebody's wondering about the fibs. You can. I'm pretty sure I used the days. Let me see. Let me go back to what I've drawn. Yeah, I prefer the day chart because, well, I mean, sometimes it takes substantially longer. I suppose you could use the hourly chart. Well, I don't know if I would, but let's see how it's done. I guess you can. I mean, you could still see the channel here on the hourlies, right? So you're playing within the chart. Yeah, look at that. You're bouncing within the hourly, like perfectly. I don't see a problem with the hourly, actually, like on Cardano. I think it's going to be token specific as to whether or not it'll respect it on the hourly like it does on the day. And that you'll know, the more you trade a particular coin, the more you'll know if it works on the, if your TA works on the hour best, or the, does it respect it on the minute chart? Does it respect it on the day? The more you trade it, the more you know on it. So I think you get sort of a cohort of people who trade particular securities or coins, and then they'll follow similar patterns, which is what TA is. You're just trying to find the patterns, not of like everyone, but of most people. And then you can trade quite well. Unless, of course, you're just on a, you're pulling a hood. Again, you're pulling a hood. There's only one bit of TA you need. All right, where was Carnival? Hey, don't call that Pokemon a plush. That thing ain't plush. That thing's hard. Okay. Anyway, Carnival. What do we got here? Down 2.38%. It's trading for just under 19 right now. Did try to run back to our support line over here, which we have this line and had this line drawn, by the way, at 1968. Kind of interesting to see almost a triple bounce off of it. Bring it back down here. So let's see here. Okay, all the folks asking and saying, I thought JPOW was Wednesday. Just watch the beginning of the video. Scroll back and watch the beginning of the video. Very simple. Very simple. All right. So not a lot of movement other than Lucid to the upside. Miscellaneous movement in between. And 23andMe falling. Beyond that, though, we are watching crypto. Yeah, because we are getting a little bit of a drawdown here on the 1-minute chart on Bitcoin. So keep an eye on that. Bitcoin just falling under 48. Okay. Yeah, look at that 10-year. Just keeps going down. It's incredible. It's a good thing. Especially if you're in tech stocks. I think you want this going down. You want to look like, here's the thing. Okay. You have two choices right now. And you have to make the choice. Nobody can make this for you. If you think that inflation has peaked and inflation will be heading down, maybe you want to pick up some beautiful smaller caps and tech stocks that have sold off. Because once the market starts seeing inflation U-turning, that's going to put less pressure on the Fed to raise rates. Well, it's going to make the market very happy. Or you're in the hyperinflation camp, that or the persistent camp, and you think that these prices are going to continue to not just stay high, but continue to grow at the same rate. So remember that burden you're setting up for yourself. You're not suggesting that, yeah, prices are going to stay where they were last month. You're suggesting that, again, they're going to go up and up and up and up. That's really what you're looking for, to get that month-over-month data to keep going up. Oh, I'm messing up my hair. Oh, well. Anyway, if you believe that, yeah, then you probably don't want to be in tech stocks or a lot of the small caps. That's why you've seen a lot of pain, a lot of people drawing out of these, which makes sense, but that's okay. The inflation paper handers are welcome to paper hand out. I'll buy them. Oh, look at that. Kevin, I was in 2 Best Buys the past few weeks. They have so much inventory in our warehouse. Deflation for goods is coming. Foods and consumables will stay high. Yeah, well, food is a commodity that will generally always rotate down over time. You're right; it could take longer, but that's very interesting. I'm gonna I want to do that, like do like an inventory hunt. We'll call it inventory hunt, and it would be very interesting to go to like Best Buy and Walmart and Target just to see. So I like that. That's a good idea. Thank you. Public supermarket is overstocked. Is that because everybody stopped shopping there after that heiress donated to the riot group? There was some talk about that. Publix was trying to distance themselves pretty substantially from that. Anyway. At Publix, you can only buy 2 Gatorades max. What is it? Is there a hurricane coming? That's ridiculous. All right. Anecdotal evidence is how you end up with people viewing Tattooed Chef as a good investment. Oh, gosh. That's such a diss. Oh, man. You know, it's interesting. I actually took it to the next level, and I asked the folks at like Sam's Club and that, and other places like Walmart. I'm like, hey, why is it that the Tattooed Chef stuff is always seems like it's low? And they're like, because they don't ship us enough. I'm like, that makes sense. Not necessarily a demand sign, more of a supply issue.
Right at the person of your dinner. Is there one? Yeah. Really? Yeah. I'll go and let's see it. What? Well, I've done ETF. I've actually done crypto with time. Remember, I tried to buy this debt cover using Ethereum.
Yeah, you can see how mixed the market is waiting for Powell, on Wednesday. It is we're gonna keep getting this tentativeness. So what do we got here? Let's look at the SPY. I think the SPY just turned negative. Yeah, look at that. Look at that fall right into the open here. I think you're gonna have pain going into Wednesday. People are so nervous about, what's Jerome Powell gonna do? But it's gonna create some opportunities. Unless we're gonna get a taper tantrum and then we end up with a 20% sell off in the S&P. I don't think with the amount of money that's on the sidelines we could really get a 20% sell off. I think a 10% sell off is something that could happen in the SPY. Look at Palantir drop like a rock all of a sudden, though. Okay, a little bit of a sell order there on Palantir. Tesla dropping a couple percent here. Look at that, down to 995. Sounds like it's on sale. Redfin under 40 right here. Lemonade also dropping. Yeah, you've got some pain here. People don't like waiting for Powell. And you're going to get that today and tomorrow, and probably Wednesday morning. Let's see, Square. Square's got that sell-off as well. Gross. Even Lucid is drawing down. Look at that. Oh, man, you got the institutions. Somebody's taking profits here because, oh, wow, look at Apple all of a sudden. Look at it just tank. I mean, I know we're on the minute chart here, but usually we don't see those big red lines all of a sudden. This is a little abnormal to see such a drawdown on a lot of different stocks immediately on the open here. SoFi is actually rotating up though, so it's a good sign that some things are going up. Look at that, DocuSign and SoFi going up, so that's good. That's good. Now Lucid's still rotating down. SPY also continuing its path down. Okay, let's take another peek here at crypto for a moment. Okay, a little bit of a bounce here on crypto, at least on ADA, Doge. Ethereum had a little bounce, but look at it. It's coming back with another big fat red candlestick here. I know those are purple, but Tesla just dropped another percent. Tesla's like free falling. Shift going down another 3%. Excuse me. AMC 2.29. Aye. All right. Trade desk. Gosh, sneezing from all the inflation bullshit. Allergic to it. All right. Then let's see here. Solana rotating down again. 161. A little sparkline inflection down there. Matterport's actually up 1%. Lucid's giving up its gain today. They even busted down about half. Apple's still trying to hold on to 0.75%. Tesla no longer down 3%, down about 2.75. Etsy down about 1.25. Visa's down half. Enphase, Cloudflare slightly green. Bitcoin continuing its fall right now. Ethereum's almost under 39. Bloomberg, by the way, is calling for Bitcoin to fall under 40. Worth noting. So that is something that I've seen. You can see this stuff too. Bloomberg.com talk about it regularly there. But love Bloomberg, by the way. Go check them out. If there's one subscription you're going to get, pay for it. Trade desk down to 92.84. Let's take a look at the minute again here. There we go. Have you seen the chart that overlays the year-to-date S&P 500 comprehensive versus the S&P without the top 5? No, I haven't, but I'd like to pull that up. I can only expect that without the top 5, which carry about 25% of the weight, it'd be pretty different. As in, it'd probably be relatively negative. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, I can't seem to get a link to that quickly. Maybe somebody can tag me in Discord with that. I'll open up Discord here. Somebody can tag me in Discord with the S&P chart without the top 5. I can pull that up. That'd be pretty cool. So I'll keep an eye open for that. That'd be awesome. Okay. Anyway, so let's see here. Let's look at indices here. All of them just turned red. Technology's down 0.25. You've got Russell's not technically up yet. S&P 500 down 0.15. Dow Jones down 0.19. Yeah, Bloomberg 99 cents or pence, I guess, a month in the UK. That's awesome. That's good. Somebody's asking me about my thoughts about NEO going into NEO Day. Not much, unfortunately. And somebody else talking more about the EQS. What do you got here? What's the EQS news? Recalls EQS over error that allows dashboard video playback while driving. Okay. For letting motorists watch TV while driving. I mean, like the Tesla does that. Who cares? So they're going to recall it for that? You can't like over-the-air update for that? Whatever. Oh, they got a level 3 certification? Okay, I don't know why that's not showing up. Oh, there you go. Mercedes-Benz got approval for level 3 autonomous driving. Let's look at the different levels. 5 levels of autonomous driving. It's always worth looking at this because like level 2 is so stupid when you look at it. Because it's just two versions of automation together. All right, here we go. So conditional autonomy, environmental detection capabilities. The vehicle can perform most driving tasks, but human override is still required. So level 3 would be kind of like Tesla's self-driving beta. But I mean, at some point, Tesla self-driving is going to be level 5 at some point in the future. But you still have human override required. So I think we're still sitting at 3. But that's interesting that they got so what does that mean? They got approval from a UN reg body because I've never seen them actually having this kind of autonomous technology. Necessary requirements for approval. The approval has been granted, blah, 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 blah. Luxury automaker has informed that this automated driving technology called Drive Pilot will be available in S-Class and EQS models in the first half of 22. First customers of these cars will be able to drive in conditionally automated mode at a speed of 60 kilometers in heavy traffic or... This is stupid. Are you serious? Come on. Really? So it's what they're saying is, hey, if you're in rush hour traffic, we'll let the car drive, and maybe you'll have to take over. Dude, come on, man. The Tesla's had that crap since 2017. So what? So what? They got some UN certification. Take that and shove it up your what? That's stupid. Who cares? Some stupid label is what that is. Like, I thought this was going to be something exciting. I bought my Tesla Model X in 2017 in December. And the cameras had to calibrate when I first got in the car. They calibrated for about 10 minutes of traffic during my drive back from Santa Barbara to Ventura County. And then I turned on self-driving or the autopilot. And it literally did that without me having to take over 4 years ago. Okay? It's not that big of a deal. So that's garbage. Yeah, you know, that's a reason to go buy Tesla stock right now. Oh, darn it. It's not down 3% anymore. Got to take advantage of got to strike while the iron's hot, folks. All right, anyway. So are we having a little bit of a recovery here from that initial red that we saw? So I think so. Lucid's back to about 3.4%. Matterport about 2.6. Am I in the wrong candles here? No, okay, that's right. It's look funky. SARK is up again. Man, people got so mad when I made that video about SARK. So mad. Everybody's like, how could you short Mother Kathy at all-time lows? Oh my gosh, the hate was bad. I should have just disabled comments on that. But then I would have been like Dr. Phil. I can't do that. I'm just saying it was that bad. It was the right move, though. It's tough, though. Society just beats on you. It's kind of like that, to me, is kind of why I think institutions like Chase ended up investing in Nikola, because society was beating up on them so much for not investing in Nikola. And that's always dangerous when you're making investment decisions because that's what everybody else wants. Oh, thank you, by the way, for posting the S&P 500 without big tech. I appreciate those of you who did that in the Discord. I see that here now. Let me pull that up. 1 second. So, wow, no way. No way. I mean, yeah, that's a lot more extreme than I thought. So, to understand this chart, you have to know that big fall there on the left where it says April 2020, March 2020, that's obviously the pandemic crisis. But what's really the most important part is here, go to the top of the light blue part. Here, you know what? Let me just draw because this is stupid. I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to show you. Hold on. I'll put this in my 69-page report from Barclays. There we go. Put it right in here. Okay. This is much easier. See, this is why we use the iPad, okay? So here, look. What you got to pay attention to is right here, okay? This was your high before the pandemic, right? And kind of draw a little line across here, okay? And then look at the delta that you have here, which is about that's about your 25%, right? Above all-time highs prior to the pandemic. Okay, now look at where the S&P 500 is without the top 10 stocks. You're actually down probably, 5 plus 5? You're actually probably down about 10% from pre-pandemic highs. And keep in mind, your top 10s are Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Google, Facebook, Nvidia. I believe Adobe's in there as well. Top 10 S&P stocks. Let's see here. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. I forgot that one. Facebook, Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Berkshire. Oh, JP Morgan's in there. Adobe's not. I think Adobe's like 13 or 14 or something like that. But anyway, that's wild. That's very wild. I agree with that. It's why it's kind of just like you do very well just picking those tech stocks. So, the S&P has been kind of misleading. But I will say it looks like the market had a little brief moment of selling here and is recovering a bit now. Let's see, though, if that's correct. Indices. Well, no, it's just individual stocks. Because see, look at that. The NASDAQ did rotate. See, the NASDAQ was down like 0.25%. Now it's basically flat. The S&P and Dow are continuing to fall. These guys down about 0.37, 0.21. But the NASDAQ's only down about 0.04. So tech's actually staging a bit of a recovery here. You could see that with Lucid. Now in the NASDAQ 100 up 5.5% again. So nice U-turn here. You've got a U-turn on Rivian. Rivian up about 4%. What the heck? 23andMe was the biggest loser of the day. And all of a sudden it's at the top of the chart again. This is bananas. Sorry, Terry, I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm kidding. But anyway, so even crypto staging a slight rebound here. Slight rebound. Seems like it's moving with almost the NASDAQ. Look at that, though, folks. The recovery stocks getting beat. United Airlines. Carnival down 5%. Probably because I believe we just had the UK report the first COVID death related to Omicron. Bad news. Yeah. Delta, Southwest, Nordstrom, Build-A-Bear. Yeah, freaking Build-A-Bear. My mom used to work there. Smile Direct. Wow, Smile Direct, $2.65. There's one where it's like, this is basically Robinhood's sister. It's just... Anyway. Tesla. Maybe you could buy Smile Direct on Robinhood. Anyway, Tesla's down about a couple percent. Still under 1,000 right now. Barely. Sitting at 996. All right, let's get some news as well after we take a look here. Meta Materials showing a little bit of a run. Although this momentum one comes and goes so much. I'm tired of seeing this thing around. Like, I see it up 10%, and then I look, and it's like, oh, nope, still around $3. And that's because it's done this. Look at this. You could probably double channel this. Draw another line, like, right here. You'll actually end up meeting. Yeah, you'll hit right here. No, we don't need to go that high, do we? I guess you could. No, that's a good top, actually. Because look at that. Hit, and then near hits right now. These are like front run sell-offs. I'm going to make this a little weaker. But still, look at this where you're playing ball here. You're in this channel. You've got your floor at about $2.70, which has been a very consistent floor. We've had this floor drawn here for a while, so I'm actually going to strengthen this. It's a pretty solid floor right here at $2.70 that you keep bouncing off. And then all of a sudden we get this excitement. Oh, yay, it's 11%. But I mean, come on, zoom out for a second. Like, who cares? Oh, crap. I did not mean to do that. What did I say? 271? Pretty sure I did. Yeah, that I hate about Webull. I know I can lock these, but then it locks all of them. At least I believe it does. Hold on. Let me see if I could just lock one individually. Pretty sure it was it there? Yeah, whatever. It's close enough. Lock. If I just lock, does that just lock that one? Okay, good. That one's locked now. All right. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, it just does lock that one. Okay, good. Not locked. All right. Volatility is up again a little bit as the Dow's falling about 7%. Rivian 4.5. Lucid's almost 6. Okay, good. Let's now hop on over. Quick check on crypto, and then we're going to go check some news. Yeah, you are getting that crypto bounce on the 1 minute. You did get down to about 47.7 on Bitcoin. Getting a nice bounce here. And really bouncing off of 3,900 over here on Ethereum. That's the lowest we've seen in a while on Ethereum. Well, probably since what, September or something like that? Okay, we did have that brief moment over here. Okay, so you've had a couple brief little moments of weaknesses where you've fallen below 39. All right, let's see what we got at the blooms. And then I want to look at some options. Let's look at some option strategies or some options maybe we can play. Do I have it? Yeah, okay. Bond traders stare at the worst real return since the Volcker era. Well, yeah, I mean, now you're just subtracting inflation. Okay, whatever. Real returns suck right now. I got it. Let's see here. Home sales under threat in China. That's not a surprise. Biden's package surviving inflation. Yeah, we'll see about that. Nothing's going to happen this year. I think 2 doses of the vaccine. I wrote this down. This was disgusting. Let me see here. Omicron. Oh, yeah. This was so bad. Look at this here. I'll pull it up. I wrote this down. 2-dose shot of Pfizer is estimated to be just 22.5% efficacious against Omicron, but can limit severe disease. That was terrible. Terrible finding this weekend. But, still pitching the booster. Pfizer to purchase Arena at 100% premium. Who's Arena? Arena Pharmaceuticals. Okay. I thought they were going to pull a SoFi and buy a stadium. Elon Musk named Times Person of the Year. Nice. All right. So nothing super exciting on the headlines. Let's go play options a little bit. Let's see here. Wow, Lucid now up 6.5%. So let's see here. We can play some options. I wonder if you could play like a rebound on some of these recovery stocks. Super high risk, but especially with this beautiful sell-off you have today, it's so tempting to look for a bottom on some of these recovery trades with the intraday and then try to get a call on them or something, or even a sell. Let me see what their volatility is. Give me 1 sec. All right, let's see. Carnival Cruise Lines. Super risky, but sometimes it's fun. So if I go to the historic volatility for Carnival, we're relatively high right now. We're the highest we've certainly been within the last 100 days. Kind of makes you wonder if there's an opportunity to sell some puts here. So let's see here. And you're still falling, so keep that in mind. But you could go for the 1 weekers here. What's a 1 week going to pay you? A 1 week at 18. So pretty much at the money. That's going to give you 45 cents on $18. Hey, that's 2.5%. That's not bad. So if you didn't think that, if you thought Carnival was going to close above 18 on Friday, and you grabbed, I don't know, how much would you want to put in this? Let's say you put 100 times 100 times 18. No, not that much money. You put $18,000 in, you'd get about $450. I guess that's okay. What if you went out a little more? Went out to like a 45-day. Here, 46-day, January. Hey, that's my birthday, January 28th. Good things happened that day. So let's go for sell puts, Jan 28, 18. Hey, you'd get $1,000. That's a little better. Divided by 18. Look at that. That's 6.4-ish%. It's okay. I bet you Hood's worse, though. Let's go to Hood. Robinhood sitting at 90. Yeah, my gosh. See let's see what Robinhood looks like if you go for a $20. And let me get the volatility really quick on Robinhood. It's a little elevated, but not terribly. Let me see. Hood. So Robinhood. Okay, so right now you're sitting, you're sitting at volatility last 10 days of about 97. 100-day average is 115, but that's still pulling IPO average. You're definitely elevated above where you have been after the IPO, around 60s. So if you went for Robinhood, you should be able to get some juicy sell puts. Let's say you were really afraid. You're like, no, I'm going to go for 19. I want to be insulated. Go for that $19 one. Do we have a good? No, you don't want to do that. There's like nobody doing these options. No, that's crap. Let's try Jan 21. That's better. There we go. Okay, let's go for the 18s. The 18s on Robinhood for January. Ooh, 159 divided by 18. See, look at that. That's 8.8% for January. That's nicer. And you would have to think, like, as long as it sells above 18 in January, you're good. But the market's pricing in that it might not. It might actually go under 18. Wow. That's crazy. So that to me is really I kind of expect, but then also hope we get a really nice U-turn on Robinhood. Those lockups were nasty. I mean, they released like 75% of the shares, folks. It's not a surprise. Like, if anything makes sense that it's selling this off this much, it's Robinhood. But wait a minute, folks. Look at the risk off move over here on AMC that just came through. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. We just had a massive risk off wave that came through of selling. Momentum stocks are usually the first place you see risk off. AMC down 10.7%. GameStop down 6%. These candlesticks are getting worse by the second. Is Meta Materials coming down? A little bit off of its high. See, it's starting to rotate off of its high. We are seeing an escape from risk again right now. Lucid rotating right back down. Again, that escape from risk. Probably not good for Tesla. That volatility. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Tesla now down 3 point. Almost down 343. Speaking of 343, who's been playing Halo? Oh, my gosh. I played a few games of that this weekend. It's actually really good. I'm impressed. Like, I'm glad they took the extra year because what they had last year compared to now, so good. Okay, Etsy trying to bounce back here a little bit. Hey, Etsy under 220. That's, under 225. That's right where I like it. Oh my gosh, look at Square, 177. Oh my gosh. Nvidia under 300. Woo! Let's go. Google's almost down a full 1%. Corsair's barely holding on to that 21. Lucid popping up tiny little bit again. Waiting for co-op campaign. Am I on Twitch? I should set up a Twitch. I do have Twitch. Maybe I'll do it. Follow me on Twitch. At Meet Kevin. I'm Meet Kevin on Twitch. You can follow me there. So if I do it, you'll see it. Pretty cool to actually do a Twitch. I just need to set up maybe in the next month I could set up a little game area. I don't really want to do the garage. Garage is lame. Anyway, okay, Bill.com. This company is just going nuts. Yeah, it's hard to get this stock on sale. It's a lot lower than where it was. Don't get me wrong. It ran up to 348, which is insane. Came down to 258. But Bill.com is pretty good. Let me go ahead and pull up the numbers for Bill. Bill.com. A shout out to Ninja. I walked into Dave & Buster's yesterday, and somebody's like, "Is that Ninja?" Because of the hair. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. I went in, but I just think to myself, wow, that's a really cool compliment walking into Dave & Buster's. What an honor. Okay. What was I going to look up? Bill. Right. Let's look at the fundamentals of Bill. Okay. Okay. Bill.com. I don't understand how it's doing so well. The darn thing's not going to be profitable. This is insane. Okay, it's got crazy growth. I'll give it that. It's got crazy growth expectations. But it's going to be losing money hand over fist until 2025 when we expect it to go profitable. It's selling for a forward PE of 164 for a 4-year forward. That's insane. Golly. I'm gonna write it down though. I'm gonna do a little bit more of a deep dive into it later. Bill.com. All right. How often do I go to Dave & Buster's? I don't know, man. Let's just say I had enough money to get myself Charmander. Enough tickets. Although they screwed up the clown machine. They used to have 2 clown machines. Now they only have 1. I'm very upset because I love beating on those clowns. I go there and I'm like, this is how you show the stock market clowns what's up. You play the clown game and you wreck them. Anyway. Okay. I don't know. What else? What else do we want to look at? Peloton back over 40. I don't know. Could Peloton potentially be worth it at $40? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's great quality bikes and products. Peloton, how much are you paying market cap wise for them? Because I like them because of Precor. Precor is a really good company. And I think Peloton stole Precor. Like, Precor should have held out for a bigger number, man. 400 mil for Precor? Oh, I would have loved to have invested in that. Oh, well. So, looking at Peloton, they're expected to lose money until 2025 as well. So, they're selling for about an 80 2025 forward. Still expensive. Still pricey. All right, let's look at another one. Halo channel and Discord. I might have to do that. I might do that. No, you can't stream. What's it called? You can't stream Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Twitch doesn't allow you to. Look, Cody's trying to be all big. Okay, here I'm even gonna put it up. Look at Cody. Everybody, Cody wants you to know that he is the Jesus of Pokemon by making fun of me, who doesn't know much about Pokemon. I played Pokemon religiously in 2nd and 3rd grade. I can't remember any of it. And I'm not afraid to say that. Not afraid to say that at all. So what? It's not my fault I screwed up who Bulbasaur evolves into. Who cares? As long as the stocks go green, that's all I care about. Anyway. Okay, so Ethereum going back down to 39 here. Cardano's still getting this risk off move over here. Carnival's kind of holding on. But look at Monday.com. So Monday.com's another one that kind of like a Bill.com has come off some of its higher levels over here. Oh, Tesla's down 4%. Ooh, look at that. A full-on 4% on Tesla. Now it's getting juicy. HUD 8. Wow, HUD 8 under 850. Somebody else made fun of me the other day for selling HUD 8 at like $10. And they're like, haha, you're so dumb. Because like it had a day fluctuation. It's like, okay, you just wait for the trend. People love making fun of other people for movements on the day. or like the next day. It's very bad. You gotta think long. I mean, who doesn't like long? Anyway, all right. So, well, Moderna's popping off again. I wonder if there was Moderna news. Let me look really quick. Moderna. More there. Let's see here. Somebody asked me earlier if I invest in Pokemon cards. First of all, those two words don't go together. That's like a contradiction. You buy Pokemon cards because it's the meme, it's the emotion of the time. Do I think they're an investment? I mean, look, anybody who's had a bunch of Charizards before this crazy movement we've had over the last year, sure. But anybody buying now, it's good speculation, I suppose. No, I don't actually see any mRNA news. Oh, yeah, okay. Fauci saying it's too early to tell if we're going to need boosters every year. Let's be real. Fauci's just trying to prevent people from thinking, oh, well, if I have to get a booster every year, I'm not going to get it. Gosh, Lucid's been up and down like crazy today. 3 to 6, 3 to 6, 3 to 6. Neo's actually green today. Neo at $34. DocuSign slightly green. Okay. All right. Well, things are playing around here. It's really AMC's getting destroyed along with GameStop, Macy's, and the recoveries, which I guess it makes sense if the recoveries are going down that you also have AMC and GameStop going down, because in theory, movie theaters do kind of fall in that bucket, right? So that could be fair. In fairness, it could just be recovery sell-off. That's probably more what it is than just a straight-up risk sell-off. Hey, Matterport's coming back. Matterport, $24 if anybody's looking for a deal on Matterport. And Cloudflare, $144. I mean, this is where we were before the big run, folks. Where is it? Cloudflare. Look at this. See, this is kind of the ish trend where we were before this tumor happened over here. New study, Ontario, Canada, much higher rates of. I'm gonna write that down. I wanted to look at that. Somebody mentioned that yesterday too. Myocarditis. I think it was the booster, but I want to actually look at that study and the facts for that, like the real odds of them. Somebody says don't miss out on the ASML. ASML. Why does it sound so much like ASMR? Andre's gonna be mad at me. Whatever. Whatever. Am I still holding my AMC? Yeah. I mean, ASML doesn't seem like it's really fallen that hard. It seems relatively, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I know I have the NASDAQ company in this watch list. I guess I could just remove it. Usually I don't actually read the indices off of Webull. They kind of make it hard. I just prefer going right here because this is just an easy way to see it. And now the Russell's actually open. So, yeah, you can see the Russell and Dow leading the losses today. S&P down. We're going to keep seeing this red as people expect this drama with, what's it called? Powell in 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow you have another red. Today you have red. Tomorrow you have another red. And then you see hopefully a reversal after Pow. Rolex watches. That's something I'm clueless in, but you hear about that a lot. I will say, the whole Rolex thing. I wish I knew more about watches, but I don't. Let's be honest, I'm clueless. That's simple. Okay. All right. Anything else to say? Anyone else have anything else to say? Overreaction bounce after the FOMC? Maybe. I mean, I hope so. Can we expect to see deflation in 2022? Probably not in 2022. I would say by 2023, we're probably going to be knocking on that door. I would not be surprised by that. Thoughts on Nordstrom? I was literally just outside of Nordstrom yesterday looking inside, and I'm like I was waiting for a tumbleweed to come by. Kevin O'Leary is up. No. You know what makes Kevin O'Leary leave the chat? Wait for it. Wait for it. Hold on. I'm going to pull it off. Hold on. Okay, because he told me. There we go. Look at my watches. Can Kevin O'Leary's watches help him track a mile? Does Kevin O'Leary even run a mile? He called this garbage. Anyway. All right. I'm going to go now. I'll see y'all later.